Hey everyone, welcome to a quadratics video. In this video, we are going to be looking at understanding vertex form. So we're going to go ahead and get a vertex form written up here. Y equals x minus h squared plus k. And now the h and the k, I've seen it written different ways in different textbooks. The actual letters don't matter, but we're going to go over the meanings. So the first one that we're going to go over is this a value, and the good news is you've seen this one before. This a is the same a as the standard form in y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. It has the exact same meaning no matter what you're doing. And this a value is called the vertical stretch. It's how much we're stretching the parabola up or squishing the parabola down. And what am I going to do is I'm going to draw a little table here and show you mathematically how you can actually start to calculate these stretches, because it's going to be helping us as we continue to work with vertex form. So in a typical parabola, I'm going to make an over, so we go over 1. If we go over 1, we go up by the square, which is 1. If we go over 2, this is over 2 from the vertex, we go up by the square of that, which is 4. And if we start at the vertex and we move over 3, you have to go up by the square of what you went over by, which is 9. If a equals 2, you actually need to double how much you go up by. So if you start at the vertex and you go over by 1, instead of moving up 1, you actually have to move up by 2. If you start at the vertex and you move over 2, normally we would go up by 4. You have to times that by 2 and go up by 8. And in a normal parabola, where if you went over 3, you'd go up 9, if the a value is 2, you go up by 18. Do one more example here, and hopefully this will help. Remember, you're always going up by the square of what you go over, then multiplying that by a. So in a normal parabola, from the vertex, you go over 1, up 1. In this case, the a is negative 1/2, so you multiply that 1 by negative 1/2, and you get negative 0.5. What's the negative mean? It means you go down, right? Negative a value, flips it over, sad parabola. Normally, if we went over 2, we go up 4. We multiply that by the a, negative 1/2. It means we go down 2. Just whatever you would normally go up by, which is the square of what you went over, multiply it by your a value. That's your new vertical stretch. That's your new vertical stretch. Normally, we go over 1, 2, 3. We go up by the squares. We're going to do some practice problems with that here in a little bit. The second one that we're going to look at, and we're going to just draw out our standard form equation again, y equals a, x minus h squared plus k, is the h value. Now the h value inside the brackets with the x is known as our horizontal translation. The horizontal translation is how much we're going to shift the vertex left and right. Where the a value was a stretch, the h value is a lateral shift, left and right movement of the vertex. So if h equals 3, we're going to shift the vertex over by 3 points, which means instead of having a vertex of 0, 0, the vertex is now going to begin with a 3. Aha! Super little helpful hack for those of you who have been working with standard form. H is also the axis of symmetry. So if you've been given vertex form, no more having to use the equation negative b over 2a. You can just look at the vertex form, figure out what h is. That's your axis of symmetry, which is also the x value of your vertex. Be mindful though, because it's minus h, if it was x minus 2 in the brackets, h is plus 2. And if it was x plus 3 in the brackets, yeah, because it's minus the 3, it's double negative. H is negative 3. So remember to switch the sign of what's being added or subtracted from the x. So a little bit of a reminder here is that the h is the vertex shift. We are shifting the vertex left or right from its normal position of 0, 0. You're going to see this trend here, because if a is how much we move it up or down, stretching all of our points, and h is just shifting it left and right, this k value is also going to be another little shift. So we're going to get our standard form equation written here again, and we're going to get it straightened out so everyone can see it. Okay, we got it. What is the k value? The k value is known as our vertical translation. It's a shift. Just like h is a horizontal shift, k is a vertical shift. We're going to move that entire parabola up or down by shifting the vertex. So we're not shifting all the other, but we're just going to shift that vertex up or down by whatever the value of k is. We can go ahead and give a little example here. So if k were equal to 3, that simply means that we move the vertex up 3. It used to be 0, 0. Now the y value of our vertex would be 3. But be careful, the common mistake, yeah, you're going to hear me talk about this, is that folks see that k value and they think it's that c value from the standard form of quadratics. It is not. That k value is not the y-intercept. Do not try and say that it is. That k value is actually the y value of your vertex. Therefore, my little dots, your vertex, you can get it by just saying h comma k. No equations, no extra work. You can look at the vertex form. If you see h is your axis of symmetry, h is the x value of your vertex, k is the y value of your vertex. You have your vertex right away. By using our a value, we're going to be able to get points on the sides by looking at that vertical stretch and being able to calculate a few extra points and then connect those dots in order to graph our quadratic in vertex form, which we will be looking at in future videos. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below.